All right, thank you all for coming here today. Today I'm going to talk to you about birth order and to inform you on the history and personality traits of each birth order and the impact it'll have on possibly your future or your children's future. First of all, birth order is defined by the person's rank among his or her siblings. Birth order is believed to have a profound and lasting effect on the psychological development. Alfred Adler was the first psychiatrist who theorized the influence on personality. He believed that it influenced intelligence, friendship, love, career choice, and of course there are exceptions to this. It all depends on as well your parents' birth order, how many children you are born into, and the gender. But all this will give you insight to who you are and who you're likely to be, or your children are likely to be in the future. So the first birth order that I wanted to talk quickly about was the firstborn. Now, firstborn and only children have very similar characteristics. They are typically characterized as having leadership skills. They're aggressive, compliant, perfectionist, very organized. They're drivers, very logical and scholarly. They're known to have very high IQs. And what's interesting too, even when it comes to serial killers, they still exhibit that well-organizational qualities that firstborns have versus the other birth orders. So those are some other characteristics of birth orders. The second, of firstborn. The second is middle children. Now, middle children are characterized as growing up feeling kind of squeezed in. They're rootless, feeling they have reasonable expectations, and they're considered to be the social lines. They're very sociable, independent thinkers, compromising, diplomatic, and they can be very secretive also. The next one that I wanted to talk to you about was the babies. The lastborns. And their typical traits are they're charming people, they're people-oriented, tenacious, affectionate, engaging, uncomplicating, and attention-seeking. According to careersbuilders.com, firstborns are ambitious, dominant, and disciplined. They usually pursue vocations that require higher education, like medicine, engineering, and law. They also are reported to have jobs in the government, pharmacy, or science. Statistically, there have been more firstborns that are presidents of the United States than any other birth order. And what's interesting is 21 out of the first 23 American astronauts were firstborns. So it's kind of interesting, how that kind of works out. Middles are talented in negotiating and peacekeepers. Obviously, they have to go ahead and kind of figure out how to navigate through, being right in the middle of the oldest and the youngest. They typically have the personality that would seek to pursue a career in nursing, law enforcement, firefighting, something along that nature. Lastborns, the babies love basking in the limelight. They are charming and creative, and they have a good sense of humor. So they are most likely to go ahead and gravitate towards journalism, advertising, sales, and athletics. So what do we do now? Psychotherapists and criminologists, they use this information to basically understand human nature. Why is it that we do what we do? But we can use this, as parents or just among ourselves, to find out how to get along with friends and families and coworkers, what career we want to pursue maybe in the future, or our children. Eldest children are commonly known to be leaders and problem solvers with strong organizational and reasoning skills. So, layman's advice to you is don't let any of these theories pigeonhole your children's personality. They he says to go ahead and ease up on your eldest children, because we tend to rely on them and depend on them a little bit more than we do on your other children. Remember that they're here doing it the first time around like you are. Because the middle children are great negotiators and peacemakers with laid-back attitudes and love socializing. They are likely to be the ones who are going to move furthest away from home when they grow up. So remember to always give them enough space and room, listen to them while they're living with you, ask for their opinion often, make sure that you give them that they are noticed and they feel special in your eyes. And lastly, with the babies, advice to parents are, although your youngest antics may be adorable, limits need to be set, just as many responsibilities and expectations should be asked of them as you ask of your eldest or middle child. But most important of all, allow all your children to be the best of who they are and create an environment where their gifts may be fostered. Thank you. I screwed up the end a little bit.
That was good.